Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Jenna Farber. I'm with Emerging Destinations, and as hopefully you know, we represent cool companies and cool places. Today, I'm being joined by Janan, who is with Fez Travel, DMC in Turkey. But before I talk too much about what she's going to be speaking on today, I'm going to just take a quick minute to introduce our portfolio to you. So I see we have a few people here already. I recognize a lot of names, so that's good. Hopefully it's not everyone's first time joining an Emerging Destinations webinar, but if it is, then welcome. Thank you so much. We know everyone's kind of getting into summer mode now, so we do appreciate you taking the time to be here to learn about Fez Travel. As you can see up there on your screen, we also have a few new additions to our Emerging Destinations portfolio, one being India Exotica Travels, which is a DMC in Nepal, Bhutan, and India, as well as Walker's Tours, which is a Sri Lankan DMC. So if you have any questions about any of the companies that you see up there on your screen, I am officially done my work trips for the summer. So I know I've been on the road a lot, so now I'm around and I have time. If anybody wants to book a training, July or August would be an awesome time to be able to do that. So if you do want a training for you or your team, on any of the clients in our portfolio, then I'm more than happy to arrange that. So please feel free to contact me. My email is agenda@emergingdestinations.com. A couple housekeeping items to go over before I hand things over to Janan. We will, of course, be recording this webinar. So as per usual, we will be recording the webinar. We are about 2 weeks away from launching our new Emerging Destinations website as well. So very shortly, you will also be able to access all of our webinars through the website again. In the meantime, though, we do post all of them on our Emerging Destinations YouTube channel. So you can go find any previously recorded webinars there for the Europe, Africa, South America, Americas, and Asia portfolio. So if you do want to have a peruse at those, please feel free to do so. And then also keep in mind that we will be doing a Q&A at the end of today's presentation. So you can type your questions through using the GoToWebinar control panel. And we will make sure that we can get to as many of those as possible at the end of today's presentation. And if there's something we don't get to, then I will be sending out a webinar follow-up later this week. So sorry, my cat just jumped on my lap. So if anybody, if there's anything we can't get to, we will make sure that we share those with you virtually. So without further ado, Janan's going to talk today about Introduce Fez Travel. This is our second webinar that we are doing with them. And this one's going to be focused on custom design, so FIT small group travel that Fez Travel can organize for your clients. So that's all for me. I will be back on at the end to do a Q&A. Thanks so much, everyone.
Hello, this is Jana from Fez, and I'll be talking about Fez Travel today. And this, as Jenna said, this is my second time with you, and I will be talking about Turkey, Fez Travel, and things we can do about custom-made and tailor-made tours. So Turkey is a great destination for middle, upper middle, and high-end clients because Turkey is very rich with history and culture, but our hospitality industry is very also well established as well. We do have lots of luxury resorts. We have a lot of history that your clients can visit and learn, and we have an extensive culture. Of course, our cuisine is also another point just to make you want to travel, and hopefully we will be giving you a lot of inspiration today and show you what you can do with our beautiful country. So I personally focused on working with custom-made trips, and what I have seen from the high-end products, high-end tours, Istanbul, Cappadocia, Ephesus, Bodrum, and Antalya are the key destinations that are requested from our travel agents and our clients as well, because obviously Istanbul is the main point where your clients will be landing to Turkey. And then Cappadocia is an extraordinary place. Ephesus is very well known with the cruise companies, and Bodrum and Antalya are resort places where most of our clients want to finish their trip. So I'll go through all these destinations and show what we can do in each places. So Istanbul was the capital for 3 empires. So historic wise, it is very rich. And if you have a client want to focus on history and culture, we could do all very dedicated itineraries. But Istanbul is offering very rich history. Besides, there's a lot of activities that will be giving them a unique experience, like a Bosphorus cruise or a Turkish bath besides the spa they have in their hotels, or a very nice rooftop dining restaurants or Michelin star restaurants with a magnificent city views. Those are the only few things that is coming to my mind. And when you book a trip with your clients, especially in Istanbul, I highly recommend having a one day with a private tour guide, because Istanbul is a massive city with 20 million. So your clients will need someone to show them the shortcuts, the tradition, the rules, and everything. So in this picture, you see the Hagia Sophia, which is so all this place is called Sultanahmet, and it is close to traffic. So we can, even you booked a private tour, we can only take your clients from their hotel and drive to a certain point. From there, they have to do all the walkings. And this place, like an open air museum, with lots of people. So guide will lead them to get the most of the places without getting lost in the crowd, or the guide will talk to them and show them the best places to go to the cafe or avoid the traffic hours and all these kind of things. So having a one day in Istanbul with a private guide will make such a big difference on their trip. So Istanbul is situated between 2 continents. So one side of the city is on the European side, and then there is one side on the Anatolian side. So Turkey is mainly on the Asian side, but a small portion of the country is on European side. And these 2 continents are attached with 3 bridges, and there is a river coming middle of the city. So having a Bosphorus cruise, like at the end of their sightseeing tour, makes such a big difference, especially with the sunset cruises. They could, after a very hectic day with history and the crowd and everything, just having 2 or 3 hours on a private yacht on the Bosphorus makes a very relaxing way of finishing today. And the sunset on those cruises are magnificent. So it is also something that I always suggest to my clients to finish with a nice touch. As I said, cuisine in Turkey is something that you could actually travel just for food. Our cuisine is outstanding. We have all sort of desserts like baklavas, Turkish delights, but we also have really niche and outstanding restaurants, especially in Istanbul, like a rooftop bar or a Michelin star restaurant which we can help you. We can make suggestions according to your client's preference, but also we can do the bookings on behalf of you as well. We are very open to these suggestions, and if your clients want to have a transportation, we can also help with them as well. And the other thing that I will definitely highlight is Turkish baths, especially in Istanbul, because Istanbul is being the capital of the Ottoman Empire, and all these marble baths, especially very authentic marble baths, are located in Istanbul. A majority of your clients will be staying in nice hotels, including probably a spa, but a very authentic Turkish bath experience is definitely different than what they're gonna go get in their hotels. So I will highly recommend to suggest them a Turkish bath treatment, especially after a long flight from USA. And lastly, Istanbul has a lot of luxury accommodation options. So if we focus on the Bosphorus area, like Turan Kempinski, we have two Four Seasons Hotel, we have Mandarin Oriental, Ritz-Carlton, Hilton, and just a few of these 5 stars. But we also have a lot of boutique hotels that are more authentic as well, like Pera Palace. Pera Palace was built in 1800s for the passengers who were coming with the Orient Express train, which is still coming today from all the way from France to Istanbul, and Pera Palace is also still operating as a hotel. So we have these very hidden luxury boutique hotel options as well. And the best thing with Fez Travel, you don't need to book the accommodation with us with custom-made packages. A lot of you already have access to luxury hotels, so you can make your own hotel bookings, and we can just help you with the land portion, tours, transfers, domestic flights, anything you need to have with the reservation within Turkey. And the second most popular place after Istanbul is definitely Cappadocia. Like 99% of our clients want to go see the Cappadocia, do the hot air balloon, and stay in a cave hotel, visit the fairy chimneys, and see the underground cities. It's a fascinating area, and it has lots of activities that you can give to your clients. Balloon flights are the most popular activity in that region. People love to fly with these balloon flights over the fairy chimneys, and this is the second best place you can do the balloon flights after a small village in Brazil because of the landscape. And it is very safe procedure in Turkey. A government authority is kind of controlling all these flights. So if there is a risk with the weather conditions, they just cancel the flights. And the good thing, when they cancel the flights, we just provide the full refund to your clients. And you can do a booking to your clients by on a regular balloon flights, basically sharing the basket with all other travelers. But we can also do a private balloon flight for your clients as well, which is perfect for honeymoons, proposals, wedding proposals, or anything special, really. So the balloon flights are perfect, but some of our clients are scared of heights, but they can still enjoy these nice view. A breakfast where they can see the balloon flights is a bonus. we can select, or we can help you to select the hotels that has that kind of view, or we can book a hotel breakfast in one of these hotels. And then we also have some additional excursions. We have classic car rides that is following these balloon rides, and your clients can take a special photo shoots with these classic cars, or we can book a jeep safari which actually drive through the valleys and catching all these flights. So there's lots of activities with these perspectives, so they don't have to stick with all the touristic attraction. We can just give them a bit more options within the region as well. And other second popular thing in that region is cave hotels. So these cave hotels are used to be the houses in the local people, but now majority of them are turned into hotels, especially luxury boutique hotels. And we have really nice ones like Museum or Argos or Seraphim, which are not officially 5-star, but the service is outstanding, and your clients will definitely would like to stay in a cave hotel if they are traveling to Cappadocia. Again, you can book these hotels by yourself, or we can book it on behalf of you as well. And the other place I will be talking is Ephesus. So Ephesus is mostly visited by the cruise lines. A lot of the cruises that are doing the Mediterranean include a stop in the Ephesus. Ephesus is one of the most iconic ancient city even in the world. It's a very fascinating, and we do have a lot of short excursions from the cruises. So if you have a group or 2 people, the size doesn't matter for us, we can do a private excursion for your clients. So instead of getting lost on a big coach tour, they can have more personalized touring. And I can't talk about less about the Ephesus. It's a very fascinating place. It was from the 7 Churches of Evolution book. It is a very well captured. And what we do see from our clients, besides they visit with cruises, they also do a lot of flights within the Turkey. So if they're traveling for 9 days, let's say, they arrive to Istanbul, they fly to Cappadocia with domestic flight, and from Cappadocia, they can fly directly to Izmir. Izmir is just 60 minutes drive from Ephesus, and domestic flights are great option in Turkey, and visiting Ephesus will be a good option for them as well. The region has significant Greek influence because about 100 years ago, all the Greek Orthodox people living in Ottoman Empire were living in that region, and they have these kind of small villages, has these stone houses, vineyards, and now these houses are turned into boutique hotels. It's a bit like a Tuscany feeling hotels. And we also have vineyards in that region. It's a very good place for the grapes. So we can also book accommodation in these vineyards, and or a dinner in one of the vineyards for an evening or wine tasting to your clients as well. Because a lot of people want to finish their trips with a relaxation, like 3 nights or 4 nights, they tend to finish in Bodrum. So what I suggest to clients who actually want to finish in Bodrum to include Ephesus, because Istanbul to Cappadocia flights are an hour, and Turkish Airlines is offering very frequent flights between Istanbul to Cappadocia. There are two airports. Some of the flights even have business class, but I personally don't recommend business class because they are just a 1 hour flight. So if the airline doesn't give you that option, if the timing is better for you, just book the economy, and we can always book extra luggage allowance for your clients. And then if they want to go from Bodrum, from Cappadocia to Bodrum, there's no direct flight. They have to fly via Istanbul, and the journey is about 6 to 7 hours when they fly from Cappadocia, Istanbul to Bodrum. Instead, I suggest adding a night in Ephesus, so they can fly from Bodrum to Izmir, an hour flight. Oh, sorry, Cappadocia to Izmir, an hour flight. Visit Ephesus, stay in a vineyard, a completely different atmosphere, and then next thing in the morning we can just drive to Bodrum, which is only 2.5 hour drive. And in Bodrum, they can go to a resort, they can charter a private yacht, and just having a relaxation. So Bodrum is known as our famous Riviera. Heaps of different luxury resort options, but it is not the only the option. So your clients can stay 3 nights in a resort hotel, and we can always book them a daily sailing trip, including pick up and drop off from their hotels. So Bodrum is like a peninsula. They have lots of different bays in the area, so we can just book a small private yacht like that for 2 people, 4 people, or even larger if the group is larger, including lunch, so they can have a relaxation day, just not to be in the hotel. Or if your clients are more adventurous but still want a relaxed part of their trip, we can also charter private motor yachts, especially from Bodrum, like 3 nights, 4 days. So they can still have a really relaxation at the end of the trip, but seeing different bays and different areas of the Bodrum in each day. And besides the private motor yachts, we also have another type of vessel called gourmet. They are traditional handmade vessels. I did talk about them in my previous webinar, so I'm not going to repeat them, but they also have very luxury options available as well. So we can also look at that alternative. And the other resort area I would like to talk to is Antalya. It's in the Mediterranean area, Mediterranean coast. So it's on the south of the country. Antalya is a great option after Cappadocia because they have only 1 hour flight again from Cappadocia to Antalya, and they operate like 2 times a day during summer period and once a day during the winter time. So Antalya is more the Lycian, have Lycian cities like Pergas, Pandos, or Side. So Bodrum and Ephesus area, which are on the Aegean coastline, have more Hellenistic Roman ancient cities, whereas Antalya, Mediterranean area, has more Lycian cities. So again, if you have a historical oriented client, they can just book a resort or book a hotel in that region, and we can do day trips to these ancient cities. And like this picture is Aspendos, and today we can still go and see shows in these theaters, as well as Ephesus. So if your client want to see a show in Aspendos, we can also help you to book these tickets. And the other thing with these ancient cities, our culture tourism office started nightly museums. We just have a magical nights tour announced on our website just recently. So people can visit these ancient cities in the evening rather than on daytime, because during the summer it gets really crowded and also very hot, because all these cities are marble, so they consume all this sunlight and it gets boiling hot. So what we can do is organize a trip starting around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So your clients arrive at the ancient city later in the evening. They still will have some daylight, so they will see the city with the daylight, and then it will get the sunset, and still continue to visit the ancient city with a different lightning, because they all have special evening lightning. So it's kind of an experience by itself as well. So Antalya is also very popular with resorts, and especially for people who tend to travel later in the year, like a winter period. Let's say from November till end of April, Antalya could be a good option because the weather is milder in Antalya. So during the summer, it's obviously more hot than Bodrum, but during the winter, it is more milder, so it could be a good option for winter period or more cooler months as well. Lots of luxury resorts, but also Antalya is the biggest fifth city in the country. So the town itself is also have lots of opportunities. Other thing that is famous with Antalya region is the golf courses. They have world-class golf courses, especially in that Belek area. They have dedicated golf hotels. And I have been doing a lot of golf packages, especially from Europe and South Africa, Australia. And these people, so we can actually cater itineraries dedicated to the golf, staying in a golf hotel for 7 nights, and they will be able to play 6 or 5 different courses in that region, like probably just 15 to 20 minutes drive from their hotel. And they're, as I said, they're all world class, like Nick Faldo or Montgomery. So this is also very unique for that region as well. So with tailor-made tours, we know our country basically. So, and we do have an experience from since 1997. So we do know how we can cater these tailor-made tours with flexibility and giving you and your clients the unique experience, maximize their adventure and experience as well. And our team is 6 people, including me, and we're a very dedicated sales team. And when you book a trip with us, we do always provide an emergency number that your clients can talk us during our working hours, so they don't have to call you in the middle of the night and say, oh, what I'm doing tomorrow. Instead, they can always call us, and we will be always in their hands with through the phones or messages and everything. And we have local expertise, so we do have really smooth process when we design the itineraries. And our clients always gives us true feedback, so our client satisfaction is very high. And with the luxury experiences, we tend to have first-hand experience from our staff. So when we do recommend something to you and your clients, we tend to have first-hand experience, and we are generally 100% sure that you will have the best of option available in that region. So thank you so much. Hope we will be able to help you with your clients traveling to Turkey. And teşekkür ederim. So if you do have questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, thank you so much, Janan. We actually do have quite a few questions coming in here, and I will say that a few of them are just comments about what a great presentation it was. So thank you so much for that. I know it's late there in Turkey, so we appreciate you staying up to administer this webinar for us. Okay, so let's get started on these questions to try and get through as many as possible. And I just want to mention before I do that, please feel free to type through any questions that you have. As I mentioned, if you do need to jump off, we'll make sure to send you an email with the answer to your question if we don't get to it today. And then also, I had the privilege of going on my own Turkey tour with Fez Travel in April. And I will just say their operations and the attention to detail all throughout the company and throughout my entire experience was amazing. So I will be doing a webinar later this summer about my experience in Turkey too. So please stay tuned for that. Okay, first question here. So you talked about those different destinations as being kind of the highlights of Turkey. What is the average recommended length of stay in each of the following that you mentioned? So that was Istanbul, Cappadocia, Ephesus, and Bodrum.
Oh, I will say definitely 3 nights in Istanbul. If they're flexible, certainly 3 nights in Cappadocia, and then 1 night in Ephesus, and 3 nights in Bodrum. So a total of 9 to 10 nights, including all these places. So 11 or 12 days trip will be sufficient to cover all these places.
Yeah,
but we could do the shorter version.
Yeah, that gives them some travel time in between, because as we're all aware, most people only have the 2 weeks holiday in North America. So that's great recommendation. So this is kind of a tough question, but what is the best time of day to visit Ephesus if you're wanting to avoid the cruise ship crowds?
During the summertime, I'm sorry, but they are there.
Yeah.
But as I said, our government just announced these nightly museum operations. So from 1st of June till the 1st of October, they're going to operate till 10 p.m. So if you book a private tour for your clients starting like 5 p.m., they will be definitely avoiding the crowd significantly.
Oh, that's great to know. So that is an option for people to book a private tour. Great.
In the evening, yeah.
In the evening, yeah. Okay, so let's try to see if we can get through a few more of these. Thank you again, everyone, for waiting so that we can see how many we can get through. Okay, so if somebody was interested in booking a 1-week yacht vacation for a small group, including chefs, captain, etc., is that something that you guys are able to organize?
Yes, and I only mentioned Bodrum, but we also have 2 other places that you can cater the private yachts in the Turkey. So Bodrum is the most popular, secondly Marmaris, and then Fethiye. So we can charter private weekly yachts from any 3 of these places.
Okay, fantastic. And now I have quite a few questions asking about how you price. So in what currencies, net, etc. So if you can just speak to that as well.
Yeah, we do have Canadian dollar and US dollar as well. So we can just give you the pricing in US dollar. Most of the time, we're just giving the net pricing for the tailor-made tours, so you can add your own markup. But if you sell to your client as gross, we can charge gross and pay the commission back to you. And same thing happens with Canadian dollar as well. From the prices you see on our website are generally gross prices, including 10 to 15% agency commission. But when we do the tailor-mades, we just give you the net pricing and you add your own markup.
So in terms of booking for departure date for clients, how far in advance are you delivering the final documents? What's that process look like?
We generally give like a month before, 30 days or 15 days prior to departure date.
Perfect. And do you have a recommended starting budget for clients in a dollar amount per person per day? I know that's tough if it's a custom group, but or custom FIT, but
let's say there are 2 people and I'm only budgeting like a good 4-star, I would say like $400 per person per day, something like that.
perfect. So this is a question about the cats in Istanbul and other cities. So don't know if everyone's aware, but there are lots of cats that are taken care of and loved by the local population of Turkey. It's actually very lovely to see. Do you have any special experiences, or have you ever arranged any special experiences for people who want to see and spend time with cats?
We didn't, but I will say they're everywhere, like basically everywhere. Cats in mosques, cats in the restaurants, and even the most of the hotels you will say is they probably will have their own cats. So you will be seeing them a lot, like really a lot, while you're traveling in Turkey, in the mosque, in the museums, they're everywhere.
Perfect. And now I have a couple questions about, and then I think we'll wrap it up here just for time's sake, because I think we got through the majority of them, but there's a couple questions asking about booking larger groups. So say if people have, you know, a group of 35 or 50 or even 100, is that something that you guys can accommodate? And then at what points do they get like a free spot out of it, or what's your policy and procedure look like for that?
Yes, we can do larger groups as well. We do have a very dedicated operational team, especially for larger groups. And according to itinerary, we do give like one free person in a share room for every 20 people. So if they reach the 40 people, they will have a one free room they can use as a solo, or they can just have 2 people using the same room as well. So every 20, one person share, every 40, either 2 people or just one solo free they will be getting.
Right. Understood. Okay, that's perfect. And then we had some questions about FAMs, which I can send, which we can discuss and let you guys know what we have organized for next year. And then I think that's essentially it from what I can see. So if there's something that I might have missed, because there's quite a few questions, and I do apologize, and I will make sure to get you the answers to that. But the last thing that I will mention too is that Fez Travel also does have set departures for small group travel as well. They have a great number of amazing itineraries on their website. So if you are just looking for something with a group departure, that is also available, but then they can also accommodate the FIT or small group customized itineraries as well. So if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me, or if you do have an inquiry, I'm very happy if you want to send it to me first, and I can connect you with Janan and her team as well. So please feel free to reach out to us, and then also keep in mind that I will be doing my own personal trip experience webinar later this summer. So thank you everyone for joining us. And Janan, I don't know if you have any last moment comments you'd like to add.
Thank you so much for joining to us. And yeah, thank you, Jenna, to host us with Fez Travel.
Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Catch you next time.